And so she's reached out, she's doing more stories, she's reporting everything, telling him all the bad stuff, the gossip. Let's get this guy. Can I call it bully him? I mean, Coach Greg, and it's a very serious topic today. I've been called a C word, C-U-N-T, multiple times. I've been told a number of things, so many messages. And why did I receive all this hate? Well, because I'm a bully. Let's get right into it. Am I in fact a bully? I'm going to present the evidence, and by the end of the video, we're going to decide, am I the bully or is she the bully? I know right now you're thinking, well, it's got to be you. After all, you're a man. You're a misogynist. You're an a-hole. You call people out. And so, of course, you're a bully. You deserve all the hate you could ever get. And maybe this is true. But does two wrongs make a right? And so Coach Daren Bates, who openly admits that she's suffered from an ED. She struggles to get in enough calories. We'll leave it at that. She posts multiple videos where she is a coach, where she encourages, guides women, females on how to take performance-enhancing drugs. She comments on how she took Masterone and other compounds to compete in a bikini competition. In this competition, she placed last, and deservedly so. Am I a bully because I said she deserved last place? Let's examine the photos. The video. Notice how shredded she is, and notice what she says. She says as she walks, she has feather striations in her quads. She placed last, and she was told, you kind of remind us of Dorian Yates. That's how lean you are. You are absolutely shredded, which is, of course, impressive, but it's not the look they're going for in women's bikini. And as you know, my channel is about having realistic body standards. I do my best to help prevent people from suffering from body dysmorphia. And so if you're a person who's suffered with an ED, do you think it's a good idea to compete in a bikini competition? These competitions encourage people to be excessively lean, puts a lot of pressure, stress on your mind, and it makes people oftentimes develop an ED. And so if you do in fact decide to compete, be very careful, as perhaps 50% of the competitors suffer from an ED.
It's because I ended up being far too lean for the bikini division anyway. And the judges put me last as a result. Apparently having your quads flicker as you walk to the front of the stage isn't a good look for bikini.
Exhibit A. She doesn't even know how to coach herself, yet you're hiring her to coach you. She seems to say, I know what drugs you should take, which ones you shouldn't take, yet she's using them, abusing them. Yes, at abusive doses, 25 milligrams of Masterone is not safe for a female. But listen to the feedback she got. She got last place. Admittedly, she says she was too lean. She was compared to Dorian Yates. Mr. Olympia, Dorian Yates, she was compared to him. Yet I'm the bully. I'm trying to help people.
My calories got to around 3,500, sometimes above. So yeah, needed it.
How many of you believe that she was eating 3,500 calories a day and 2,000 at the bare minimum? She was as shredded as Dorian Yates on the calorie equivalent of a male bodybuilder, perhaps Chris Bumstead. But my coaching is bad. I'm just a hater. Let's see, where did this all begin? Why am I getting all the hate? I must have blasted her. I must have said horribly awful things about her. Well, let's see.
Wants it. She wants it. Why do you think she's posting those pictures, those videos?
I'm not gonna lie, Greg, that's kind of a cunty thing to do. But Greg, you're not the bad guy, are you?
Here is the comment. I simply reshared her video, reshared what she posted, what was on her own wall. And so all these negative comments, they were on her wall, not mine. I disabled the comments. She wrote me and said, hey, can you take the video down? I said, isn't the video up on your own wall? Aren't the negative comments on your wall? I'll disable the comments. There's no reason for her to read any of those comments, but I wanted people to get the message. And so bear with me, because she, of course, reported my video and forced Instagram to take it down, of which I haven't forced anyone to take their hate videos of me down. And so, of course, it's okay to bully, belittle, make fun of Coach Greg, but it's not okay for me to reshare someone else's post. And so essentially I said, don't get carried away with with trying to be too lean, eat in a calorie surplus, try to build muscle, try to be healthy. And so is that a bad message? Does that sound like bullying? She is a coach. She's trying to help people to compete, to look their best. I am also a coach. I'm also warning people of the dangers of competing. And when you are a female trying to get to single-digit body fat, looking as lean as Dorian Yates, that is not healthy. And so I tried to share that message. I don't feel it's bullying. Perhaps it is. Perhaps I'm mistaken. But does two wrongs make a right? If that was in fact bullying, if I did that, remember, I did disable the comments. And so when I said, hey, she's looking for the attention, she's posting these videos, she's competing in bikini competitions, she's trying to win shows, she's trying to get some attention. And why wouldn't she? She's a coach, she's trying to get more followers brings her more money. She's the one that kept going. She started posting screenshots on her Instagram stories, talking about me on her channel. And guess what's happened? She's increased her followers by 50% in under a week. And so when I said, hey, she's looking for this attention, that's what I meant. I'm not saying she's hoping to get bullied. She's hoping to get sympathy. And so what's happening is people are simps. They're thinking, I'm a man, I'm making fun of her, and so let's make fun of Greg. Let's threaten his life because that's okay, because he said that you should eat in a calorie surplus, not strive to be single-digit body fat. Shame on him. Just for further evidence to show that she didn't want this to die down, she contacted other Instagram channels with loads of followers, hoping they would do a story on it because why not? Maybe it'll go viral. People will have sympathy for me. I'll get more followers and more money. All at the expense of Coach Greg. And so let's lie about what he said. Let's lie about what he did so that I can benefit. That is what she did. If she didn't, why does she still have that video up? And why does she allow her own comments? I'm not going to read all the negative comments, but they're not mine. They're from her own followers saying things like, hey, I think you should eat more. You'd look perhaps a little bit better. Do you really think that's people writing to hate on her? Or do you think they might genuinely care? Sometimes when people try to help you, it's because they want to help you. They're not trying to make fun of you. They're not trying to belittle you. They're not trying to bully you. They actually care about you. And so, of course, people don't like it when you comment on other people. So, for example, when I say Lizzo has a very large belly and there's no such thing as healthy at every size, people say, hey, you're a bully, you're a bad person. You should be saying, no, love yourself. You're perfect no matter what, just the way you are. Well, in the real world, it doesn't work like that. And so this was in response to her post resharing the guy hating on me. Now remember, he called me the C word. He said Coach Greg do shit. He made fun of me as much as he humanly could. That midget, the hobbit, whatever, calling me every name in the book. Do I deserve that? I reshared her story. Reshared her post and said, more important than proper form in the leg press is to eat in a calorie surplus, not being at single-digit body fat, to build muscle. She is a coach, and so what message is she spreading? If she's showing her physique shredded, getting last place in bikini competitions because she's taking Masteron and getting too shredded, her quads are flickering, then is that the right message? Greg reposted your video that you publicly shared, added a positive caption, disabled the comments. All the negative comments were under your video and have been there before he posted it. He never shamed you. In fact, everyone who watches his videos knows he's always encouraging people with EDs to get healthy. How can anyone see this as bullying? This is from a female bikini competitor. And so that is how she sees it. But the rest of you, people commenting, people threatening my life, shame on you. How do you think that's okay? Why? Because she's a female? And so you're coming to her defense. Poor her. All the negative hate coming towards her, which are from her own channel, from her own comments. And so the coach responds to that and says, the post has nothing in capitals to do with my eating disorder. Literally, I posted the comment saying you need to eat more calories in order to build more muscle. That's more important than your form on that squat machine. And so it has everything to do with not eating enough. That's exactly what we're talking about. Greg used me as an example and then went on to tell his audience about my struggles, which he had no right to do. She herself mentions these struggles. She talks about it openly. I'm resharing what she's saying. It would be like somebody sharing the message saying, hey, Coach Greg used to sell steroids. Yeah, I openly admit it. I literally did this over 10 years ago, had a 20-month sentence. This we know from my past, but since that time, I've changed and I'm sending the positive messages. And so she responds to her by saying, as you've stated yourself, you are sharing your ED story to help other people. That's proof. As you've stated yourself, you're sharing that message. She is sharing it. She's watched her. She knows about this. Now remember, she's deleting anyone associated with Coach Greg. I have been deleted and blocked. I couldn't follow her videos. That doesn't take away from your knowledge as a coach. So why can't he comment on the obvious and use you as an example to help others? And so let's look at the dialogue between myself and Coach Daren Bates. Hi, Greg. Can you please delete your recent reel? I have been very open about my struggles and recently have gone through a health problem that is totally unrelated. Totally unrelated health problem. I'm not going to get into what that was, but it's totally unrelated. An unrelated health problem. Doesn't say mental, health problem. I appreciate you showing concern, but I've received enough hate and bullying already from it. This is from her own wall. Her own wall of which she posted this reel. She did not disable the comments. She did not delete the comments. Those comments are there. I'm not going to read them. There are some from very famous individuals, people who were concerned for her health, telling her to perhaps eat more or to get counseling. I looked to see if you had removed the reel from your wall. It's still there. So it seems it's okay to be online. I disabled the comments so that you won't read any comments on my wall. I'm also debating doing a video on your entire Instagram channel as I could educate so much of the dangers of competing. Have you considered counseling and also that once videos are on the internet, people are going to comment? It's on your own wall and you allow the comments to be written. I'm very much curious as I have coached and do coach so many people with body dysmorphia and so on. And so I'm thinking, if this girl deleted her own video that she's getting a lot of hate from it, I'm deleting the video for sure. Because I don't want to post a video that she would in fact have deleted because that would show that she's really struggling. But yet it's still on her own wall. And so what's happening is she's thinking, I get to post whatever I want and you have no right to say anything about it. And so imagine this. I write paid wire and I say, hey, I don't like being in your video. You know, it's hurting my mental health. There's people who are bullying me, threatening my life. And so you got to take the video down. Does he have to take the video down? Does he force to do so? I mean, people are threatening me. It's endangering my life. I don't know if any of her commenters are writing her and saying, hey, I'm going to go and beat the shit out of you. I'm going to punch you in the face the next time you see him. I don't think anyone's saying that. And so is it okay for him to do it? And so which one of us is the bully? Let's say we both are. Let's go with it. I'm a bully as well. Which one of us is the bigger bully? Who's bullying more? Me for sharing her own video or for him lying about what I'm saying? Do you notice how I've disabled the comments and so there are no comments you will be able to read any of the comments on my wall and so you have nothing to fear. Now, all that remains as educational content so that I can help prevent other people from going down the path of body dysmorphia and thinking that the leaner you are, the better. And so the purpose of my post is to tell people, you don't need to be this lean. You don't need to strive for single-digit body fat. And so I asked, let me know how I encourage bullying by removing the comments. I don't need to know anything about you to have the story presented to the audience of younger people who are trying to look shredded. I don't mind you doing a video on it, which I'm doing right now, but I don't think it's necessary to use me as a reference or case study. Well, of course she doesn't want that. She wants all the positive attention, but none of the negative attention. This is typical. For example, when I do a natty or not on someone, and I say that they're natty, they're very happy. But when I do a natty or not on, for example, Mike O'Hearn or The Rock, and I say I don't think they're natural, they don't like it. In particular, why would they? They're not hearing something positive. And so I'm sure if I said, hey, this is the best coach in the entire world. She looks phenomenal. Look at the shreds. She reminds me of Dorian Yates. This is impeccable. Everyone should hire her as a coach. If you're trying to get shredded, single-digit body fat, so shredded that you could get last place in a bikini competition, you should hire her. She'd probably like that. Maybe not the last part about getting last, but she would like it because it's positive. But if I say, hey, you know, it's important to eat enough food, that this isn't the look that women should strive for in bikini, I don't like it. You're a bully. And so she reports it to Instagram. My video gets taken down. And not only that, she continues to talk about it on her own channel and on others. Because, hey, let's jump on the bandwagon. Let's hate on Coach Greg and bring all the positivity to me. Yeah, let's defend her. What a bad asshole. What a horrible human being. Can you believe what he did to you? Imagine the dopamine she's getting. Thousands of new followers flocking to her channel in defense of this poor, innocent little girl. You're simps. I was on the Jubilee channel and they're asking me questions about people who, for example, weigh 600 pounds. Do you feel disgusted when you see somebody who weighs 600 pounds? Yes, I do. When I see that, I can't help myself. And to the same extent, I even compared it to people who are the opposite. For example, somebody is 60 pounds and you walk and you see them, it's shocking. And so what is disgusting? Feeling extreme dislike or disapproval of something. I can't help how something makes me feel. It's not like I don't have empathy or sympathy for that person. I wish they could heal. I wish they could get better physically, mentally, spiritually, socially, everything. But I can't help how that makes me feel. I'm not saying it's their own fault. Many people have traumas or perhaps genetic dispositions for these things. But it makes me feel a certain way. But in today's day and age, you can't say it. Can't talk about it. And we have to act like healthy at every size. I can tell you this, when you're 600 pounds, you're not healthy. And when you're severely underweight, you're also not healthy. And if you have to use Masterone and other performance-enhancing drugs to compete as a bikini competitor only to get last place, it's not for you. Yeah, everyone has the right to compete, but should they? When I see bikini competitors abusing performance-enhancing drugs, getting deeper voices, growing beards, and so on, I'm telling them you gotta stop. I'm taking responsibility. You have to stop. It's not easy for me to do that. Much easier to just say, hey, you look great. Stupendous. You go, girl. It's all you. You're gonna get first place. But yet you hear that voice changing. And so it's my job as a coach to save the athlete from themselves. She is, in fact, the coach. She's perhaps your coach, but who's going to save her? Is it going to be you? I don't think so. You don't have the courage. You don't have the balls. But yet I do. I make that video, but what happens to me? I get the death threats. I get the hate. I get videos made about me saying, you're a horrible person for what? For trying to help the world to realize that you don't need to be single-digit body fat to look beautiful, to be healthy, to be happy? And so it's okay. Let's bully Coach Greg. Let's put him down. Let's poke fun at him. But when I reshare someone's video, I'm the bad guy.
And then you posted a little quote here, which caused her to get a lot of bullying, a lot of hate online.
And I'm bringing all this negativity when she wants it. She wants it. Why do you think she's posting those pictures?
Think of it. Does she want the negativity? Of course she does. She wants me to have a whole bunch of negativity. She's loving it. Coach Greg made a video about me. I'm getting thousands of followers and people are talking about it. Talking about me. Is she getting the negativity or am I? Really think about it. Analyze it. Where are all the negative comments on my wall? I have none. I disabled the comments. And so what are all the comments?
But I'm going to stop you there because I'm sick of listening to her little squeaky rat voice. But I'm going to leave you with this.
And so I'm the bad guy. I have a squeaky little voice. I'm a rat, whatever, name calling, cook, all that stuff, you name it. How many negative things did I say about her? And so if you want to enjoy people bullying Coach Greg, go to his channel and read all his comments. I don't have time to read all of them. Of course, there are hundreds of negative comments directed at me, myself, both in the DMs in private towards me and on his wall. And of course on her wall, but none on my wall.
Today we have Coach Daren, who is recovering from an eating disorder and likes to share her journey through Instagram, only for a maggot by the name of Greg Doucette.
And it's now Greg Doucette. And so she's reached out, she's doing more stories, she's reporting everything, telling him all the bad stuff, the gossip. Let's get this guy. Can I call it bully him? I mean, can we do that? And so should I call Instagram and demand that they take these videos down? They're calling Greg a shit. You know, you're not allowed to do that. You're not allowed to just poke fun at people to this extent. You can't actually call someone a cunt, call them Greg Doucette. It's actually bullying and harassment. You're not allowed to do that, of which I didn't do, but my video got taken down. But imagine if I write Instagram. Hey, Instagram, my mental health is suffering. People are threatening my life. They're belittling me. They're making fun of me. And I can't handle it. How do you know if I can or cannot? Just because I talk on Instagram, sound like the parrot from Aladdin, does that mean I'm automatically that confident? What if I'm suffering in silence? And so the next time you try bullying somebody, think about what might be going on behind closed doors. What if that is the last time you'll ever see that person? And so does two wrongs make a right? Let's assume that I'm a horrible person, that all I did on purpose was to make fun of her, belittle her, to put her down. I certainly think I could have said far worse in the comments section. I think I could have left the comments up. I think I could have written her in private to make fun of her and tease her and to put her down. I think I could have called out her coaching and spoken horribly about it, but I didn't do any of those things.
And you went a little harder on the stories, suggesting that she has mental health issues. Greg, why are you being such a
cook? She literally said in her own videos, she literally said that she's been open, honest, and transparent about this. I'm not making some bullshit story up the way you are. She's admitted this, she stated this, she's told me privately herself, and she stated she's been honest to everyone about this.
You can just look at her and decide for yourself if there's any kind of eating situation going on.
Greg, those are some wild accusations.
Wild accusations that she might in fact suffer from an ED. That she might. She literally admits it herself. She's got videos about this. And so I reshare the information she provided publicly. Remember, I'm not making up some story. I'm sharing what she said publicly. And when I say maybe she's on performance-enhancing drugs, she literally describes in detail part 1 and part 2 of exactly what she's taking in detail. And so who is the bad guy now? Who is the bully? Do you remind yourself of a bully? If you had to write down the qualities or the expectations or what you would do to bully someone, let's say somebody said, I'm going to pay you $1 million to bully Coach Greg. Would this video qualify? Would you get that $1 million? Ask yourself, I'm asking you. And so imagine if I reported your video. Do you think Instagram would take it down? Would they? I don't know. I'm not reporting it because why would I do that? Well, she did that. But I'm the bully. I did not bully. In my opinion, that wasn't bullying. Bullying would be doing something far worse, something that you did twice. And so let's comparing the bullying that she gets to the bullying that I get. Let me leave you with this comment. He honestly sounds like a cooking book trying to justify attacking someone for wearing a short skirt. It's cooking disgusting. How many of you took the message that I was attacking her as a cook for wearing a short skirt? And so this is what females do to men. They call us cookpiss. They make fun of us. They make up stories. They called me a pedo. And so I don't know what a flog is. I know what a bully is. And a pedo. That's bad. I hope I'm not any of those things. Am I really one of those things? You're a cook, though. You're a 60-year-old man who bullies people. Hopefully one day I'll see you and I'll punch you so hard, you old man bitch. There's got to be a name for when you bully elderly people. And so if I'm a 60-year-old man and this young stallion is going to come and punch me so hard, perhaps he's going to put me in the hospital. I know that some people have punched people, they land hard on the floor, and they're not here anymore. They actually don't survive. And so he's potentially threatening my life. Is that okay? I mean, Mikey B, is that really okay? Are you proud of yourself? I bet he is. I bet he is. He's thinking, I made it in a Coach Greg video. And yeah, I would. I hate you because I reshared her message, reshared her post, and she complained about it. And so she's automatically in the right because she complained about it. Where does it end, people? I mean, how is this justified? Yet you sit back and you think it's okay. Men are bad. I'm a misogynist. I'm a bully. I'm a bad person. I'm a pedo. I'm a cookbook. Every name in the book. But that's okay because I'm a bully for resharing what she said. If you are, in fact, trying to stay 100% natural, perhaps competing in bikini, and you don't want to use Anavar, Masterone, and all those other products that she's talking about, perhaps you want to consider using products from Harder Than Last Time. These are not banned performance-enhancing drugs. You can use them. They will not turn you into a man. You're not going to get a deep voice. You're not going to have any of these horrible side effects. If you're interested in these, GO2 Max, Ecti Builder, Turk Builder, and so on, please go to my website, code Greg, 15% off. Now remember, I have thick skin. I've been used to this for many years. The majority of people, probably 99%, could not handle a video made about them like this. I may have stated that, how do you know if I don't have good mental health or not? I want to be clear, I don't have poor mental health. I can handle these things. It's part of my job. For many people, they can't handle it. They can't watch videos. They can't read the comments. Notice, I'm not scared of this. If you want to see some of the things people have said about me, go to my Instagram stories. Go and see the horrible, horrific things that people are doing, threatening me. I could, in fact, call the police. I could report these people, but I'm not going to bother. People are just simping. They see a poor, defenseless female, and they see a man, and they think, I need to simp. They've been brainwashed to think this way. They think that they're doing society a favor. We can't allow men to be men. We can't allow people to talk about other people. Remember, I did so with respect. I never put her down. I never poked fun at her. I did so in a positive manner with a positive message for the world. I'm telling you, you do not need to have single-digit body fat to be healthy. If you get this lean, it's not desired in women's bikini. They are going to place you last. Please don't resort to using performance-enhancing drugs to help overcome an ED. It's not the answer to the solution. And if you're hiring a coach, please ensure that they know what they're doing. If they can't even coach themselves, what makes you think that they can coach you? Subscribe, click the bell button, comment to boost the algorithm. Please like the video, share it if you in fact care. If you don't care, I don't care. And of course, you can get the cookbook, the Circle Diet book, the training books, coaching plans by me and my team, phone consults. And if you have no money, you can get a free diet and training program on my website. Join the 300,000 plus newsletter subscribers. And until next time, I am out.